Hey Volt, Steven here again. So as you can see, it is right now a little past 8:30 and it is still plenty light out. And I just wanted to show you guys all my colors, current settings. I've been tweaking them for the last couple of days and I'm 100% sure this is my final setup. I'm not going to do any more changes to the colors. I may tweak sound fonts here and there, but basically I wanted to show that even though it's still twilight right now, I'm going to prove that this saber is still bright in a lighted setting. And my window is completely open. As you can see, I opened my blinds specifically for this. Okay, let's start with the old Public Crucible. And this is my, I just call this sky blue because it looks like that. So, sky blue, looking nice and bright in my sanded Obishane blade. So that's still really nice. In fact, I don't think having the little bit of light makes any difference in brightness. In fact, it kind of looks a lot better this way. So, yeah. Alright, let's go to my, and let me get this stuff out of the way before I lose it in my blanket. Let's go to the Old Republic Malign.
The Old Republic Malign.
And this is my orange. And it looks a little more orange when there's a little bit better light out. Because I've noticed sometimes this tends to look more red than it is. But trust me, this is very orange. I think this might be comparable to Vader's Vault's TOR orange. So, yeah. So this is Revolt, and this is yellow. This is supposed to be my yellow. Sometimes it looks more orange than it does on camera, but let's find out what it looks like with light. I'd say that that's orange. I mean, orange. Didn't I just get done saying this was yellow? Yeah, I'd say this looks This looks very yellowish. It doesn't have that much of a glow around it. I mean, yellow is a pretty dim color, just by comparison if you're mixing it rather than a couple of amber LEDs, which makes a very superb yellow. But mixing can have varying results. But that looks pretty good. Alright, let's go to this is, what sound is this? I believe this is Nebula with my purple. Not the violet, which is darker, but purple, like purple. Oh, this looks amazing. Yeah, I finally dialed my purples in perfectly. So this no longer looks too much pink. I mean, by the glow around it, you can see this is definitely a purple, and this is more like my Sithy purple. And as soon as I get to a font where I can change colors back and forth, I will show you my violet. So, looks great still.
Crystal focus.
I love this font. So this is my lime green, and it does not disappoint. Yeah, I made lime green specifically for my Qui-Gon back in the day. When I had it a couple months ago, I really missed that saber. And this was meant to be a prequel-looking green, as opposed to the standard Skywalker green. And I really love this color. I mean, it's just slightly brighter than regular green, but it still works for purposes. Alright, let's go to one of my favorite Sith fonts. This is probably the brightest and bassiest sounds I have ever heard on any font. I mean, it even outdoes Pro Qui for how bassy the hum is, and I'll demonstrate. And of course, red is just magnificent. I just love this hum. Alright, for the color switchings, I'll just go back to Old Republic Crucible. Alright, so like I said, we'll start out on my sky blue. And here's what I consider regular blue is if this was just a regular blue dye, not a royal blue. This is just regular blue. And to correct myself from earlier, I know I said in a video this was like episode 6 blue. This is episode 7 blue. I know I said that in the tagline, but I still feel foolish for saying that. And this, of course, looks very nice. This is what I consider violet. I guess this would be also definitely Mace Windu style purple, which it looks more bluish to my eye, but it came out great. I love this. I love the way this came out. And let's go to violet or purple. So this is violet. The next one's purple, which there's a little bit of a difference. You can see because this is more of the Sithy color, which is what I wanted. Then violet is more the Jedi purple, which that's how I explain that, I guess. And of course, this goes to red. And in between that transition, you can see all the different colors that I used previously as a purple that turned out more pink than I wanted to. And of course, orange looking really nice, and actually like orange for a change, which is cool. Yellow actually looking correct. I guess as the sun goes down a little bit, there's less light obscuring it, so you can see in its full glory here, which I'm happy this came out finally the way I wanted it to. I've been screwing with my settings all over the place. Before, this had a setting of like 3/4 green power and red, and then at one point I had it both on a full power, which ended up ruining it after I charged it once, because it turned out that my battery was a little low. So it turned out that it made like this really pastel-y looking yellow. It didn't look all that great, and so I figured the best yellow is made with red as your leading color and green as your accenting, like as in you're mixing green with the red, and it turns out pretty good. Alright, so this is the lime green. Looking really nice. I love the flickering effect. And here's regular green. It's very distinctive, and oh dear, this looks really nice. Here's Arctic blue, which I recently discovered, and it looks really nice. I can't wait to get this on a Graflex. Back to sky blue, which is where I will shut this off. I know I have these lengthy videos and I talk too much sometimes, but I just wanted to do this daytime test and finalized color settings. I'm really pleased with how these all turned out, and especially since there's plenty of light in the room. I mean, I could turn on a light on my light bulb, which ironically is an LED light I found at my store. It's apparently a 9-watt LED light, sold for like $2. And I'm like, hey, wait, 9-watt? That sounds like my Tricree unit. So I'm like, are they using Tricrees for light bulbs now? That'd be amazing. Anyways, if you watched this all the way through, thanks for taking the time to do so, and I really appreciate this. This might actually end up on my YouTube channel for more convenience, I guess, of uploading. But I'm gonna call it quits now. So yeah, thanks for putting up with me for the last week or so. Yeah, if you got any comments, questions, concerns, etc., you know what to do. Peace out, guys.